talizimu na zimu engezira zigenda mmeso mwihanga lino regano mteganzo wa programu wenu aja kuwa nakutwara mpaka esaha eyakana mbanyeta Kiza Robert Dak, you're most welcome to 4TV. It has been a while I've not hosted you on Zero.
Nangwa nyo ndiyo. Karuru katulikubi. Tulinzu hanzu. Na betu kutanga na bantu bengi ntubaza nabo mu bwingi. Baitu tuliyo.
Daka tagenze into a topic of discussion. Abantu batoro ne betombo itozo kambwira wa Karuru honka. Won't that be the culture when they vote for you?
Kuzoka mbwire bwa Karuru obukikuba kikire mbwire bwa Karuru nimbande mu Karuru, obukikuba kiri mu business nimbande mu business, obukikuba tuli mbwire bwa bizibu nimbande mbwire bwa bizibu, tukwa tuli masemerero nimbande mu masemerero. Yego
tinkuma abanyategeize kinkulenga kwihe abantu bali worried kusinga bamara kwa Karuru kabo korangaro kaburo kagamba emireme kubulizeyo. You know, our people here want to be with you always. Ugwemba kuranku bamanyi tedaka muntu wetu kwetugumana han temanda again.
Hati norora kinkuma yakiri management ya 4TV egera gaba emirimo kandi webani gaba emirimo eranga hati abantu beja bakora application waba maziro kora application ye mumweta mumuhumulimo runde mugamba alindeho noko umba mutamuhire mulimo aijaga nasiba ha gate yanyu na run office na ijaho na kuja kubaroraho buri kiro nangwa obwakumwiro mulimo hati nkayo nko kuhereza hano nkiko hambirese kwa kuja buri kiro saha ibiri za nchaka on sahemu kuhika ubire bwabo kuinuka na babikiri nabwo cyo bwiro kwa bokiro bwa Karuru ndi participating mu Karuru obutuba tulimbwire bunte bwa business my business partners mbanabo otuba tulimbintu bitu ebiri social aba my circles nimbande nabo hati nkiguma muno kusanga nku inyoti ni munyamakuru mugenzi wawe na birimba mwine fratano get together zanyu automatically mtakuja kundora ihabu kuba nimba ebintu byanyu nimba ntakubijyamu hakuwa nimba mtandalize.
Are you in this election to compete or you're just participating for the purposes?
I'm here to compete.
You're here to compete.
Yes.
You the weakest candidate ever. That is according to people outside there. Is not having that vigor of pulling crowds like other presidential candidates. DC, does it not live in a worry that you may not win this election when it comes to the presidential seat?
No, you see, to win an election, you don't have to pull crowds. No, we want people to understand our message. We want people to vote for us. We want people to vote for FDC. What we want, or our intention, mukaruru kano, purely a message yetu yahikira abantu. We want people to vote us basing on our message, on our promise to the country. Not wano sobozi kusoroza abantu undi kweta abantu bakaija, no. And wiro kiro wingi ogeze korora ngwitwe ntukora rally ntukora ntukira abantu mbikaro na mbere bakwikara ntukira abantu mbikaro byabo atali kugamba ngo abantu obasere undi beje na mbere muri ekinkumanya kiringu eri very effective plan to koisa kwa we go to the people and we take the message to the people.
Do you believe Nandala can win this election?
Yes, he can. Just as Mugisha Muntu can, just as Mbaraka Munyagwa can, just as Bobby Wine can, just as my brother this guy or Joseph Mabirizi.
Joseph Mabirizi. For the very first time in history, in the last elections of 2021, your presidential candidate, Patrick Aboya Muriat, for the first time in history of FDC Kuganevo, you managed to gather very little votes, not more than 250. What went wrong with
Not more than
250?
250,000
votes.
Really? I think I have to check the record straight by taking Kumanya Kiringu in 2021.
Where presented the Patrick Aboya Muriat.
Yes. It was not an election. It was like a selection. It wasn't an election. Just as we are in now, ngokokora akarungu kagenda sazina kandi kituli mutikali karurusa.
If it is not an election, what is it?
This is a sham.
Why would you compete in a sham?
You see, for us abakurwanira kurango twayiha mu kagingo ya bwangamba nyenka akagesa kuona akabakaro tukakozesa. We use elections as a small window kuratwara bya message yetu eye ku building abantu, their individual capacity, their group capacity to fight and get rid of this junta.
Do you see wouldn't it be better if all these political parties come out and front a single candidate?
It would be, but you see, all political parties, let me talk about FDC. FDC was founded to compete for political power. Okay, we have the purpose for which FDC was founded is to compete for political power. Nororangu nebitebe bindi nabyo nosanga nabyo mbe competing iraki obwebembezi. So nikiguma kusanga ngu iwe okatandika hikitebe kurwanira obwebembezi kananye katandika hikitebe kurwanira obwebembezi kandi kororangu iwe habwake no tagi iwe lekeriwe niyo competing ondi iwe otakuchwa kulekera nyowe. Birigeze and actually kakuba kiringu ebitebe byona bine kugamba kukwataniza ebitebe byakubene bikwataganza na FDC. Hakusanga first of all FDC kitebe ekikairo kumara kaire kaingi kitebe ekina national character. Birigeze kugamba ngu hona mwihanga hona kiriyo kandi no kusanga na distribution ya bembezi bekitebe abali mainstream leadership nosanga Kasese baliyo, nosanga Kabale baliyo, nosanga Guru baliyo, Acholi baliyo, nosanga Lango baliyo, nosanga Bugisu baliyo, nosanga mu Buganda baliyo. So kyakubere kiringu kakuba kiraba kiringu ebitebe byona kuchwamu kweteraniza byakumbye tanza FDC tutwakubentura ebitebe bishiyaka. Otegeza okakuba spirit yegero kandi ngwere genuine tutwakubenturora okuzarwa hikwe ebitebe bishiyaka kankuna haroho ebiri.
Which character do you bear as FDC? Yet we have seen as FDC you've managed. We have seen two parties out of a single party. That is ANT, and now we have People's Front for Freedom. Don't you carry character?
There is also another of the Honorable Betty Kamia.
Betty Kamia, that was just Chianyukala Kanje Nkijuke. Don't you carry a character of division than unity?
No. We in FDC tuli bantu first of all abamagezi bengi kandi abantu abamagezi mengi bagire ebitekerezo byembaganiza. Ebitekerezo byembaganiza mugera hari kwatagana nebitakwatagana. Ntegereze. So ebuli kisogamba opposing viewpoints kandi ebitekerezo ebi nambere bika kurwanira kimukuru akimungu kwatagana. Group emwe twamwe gamba kene kitekerezo ketinge kijja kwara leka tugenda tukole kintu habo kuma tugenda kene. An example FDC mu 2021 hakaba group kugamba akaruru tukene kikasobora gukora. Witegereze hata habaho na group wende kugamba nsobora kwesa akaruru kumobilizinga abantu undi kutraininga abantu undi kusensitizinga abantu kurora bayitunga amani batunga obumanzi obukwerwanira obukwihaho ki obwangamba nyenka obukwihaho obulemi obwemundu. Witegereze haro abandi abakugamba nangwa akaruru msiso obwire let us engage this junta direct her street leka tubengejinge na amani. Witegereze hati yaho naboki nabaho obuzibwaho nikyo nora no bwira okirungi nyoni ntekereza tinkini hanti obundi yensonga bwake ekitebe kyalugire mu FDC ekya People's Front for Freedom. Nintekeza ni yensonga bwake taraterire hoki presidential candidate hakwa hicho hubo bakaika bahwaye bagamba no elections cannot do anything. Nanye ndiyo mhali yaba bakugamba. Witegereze but nyoni kugamba nti nsobora kurabira mu karuru ku empowering abantu hakuba akaruru tukakwesa nkakadesa akataito kumobilizingira abantu kuraba imuka barwanira.
Of recent, your presidential candidate, when he was campaigning in Busoga, we saw him exchange words with the fellow presidential candidate. And you have one target. What does it really mean?
You see, we have a challenge of people thinking or taking it upon themselves to try to justify that they are the only fighters. Okay? For us in FDC, we believe in all fighters. We don't only bank on the muscular ones, those that can beat or fight confrontational fights. Even that person that can push, even the lame person who can offer some food, who can offer some drinking water to the fighters, we take him as a fighter. We don't want to discredit, or we don't want to disempower anybody who has shown up to fight, irrespective of what you can contribute to the struggle. Actually, it is always about, now the trend is, we want to see the people that are on the front line, that they are the only fighters. And yet we do very many things, overt and covert.
Okay, thank you very much to those ones following us. This is the Morning Star into our topic of discussion. We are looking at different things, mostly in the opposition party. But now we want to zero down to Toro. Honorable Nandala Mafabi was the first candidate to come and campaign in this region, followed by Mugisha Muntu. President Museveni was here. We saw, now the new presidential candidate is here, that is Robert Kyagulanyi. It is alleged Nandala Mafabi failed to campaign here because of poor mobilization from his party members. He had no numbers at Buhinga Stadium. He's going to clarify. Mugisha Muntu was allowed to campaign all over this region, apart from Poto City and in Toroko, that will be tackling in January. The other day, President Museveni campaigned in the whole region freely. We are seeing Bob Wine Kyagulanyi was blocked from campaigning this place. That one, the factors I'm giving would be the issue, but the whole issue is which political parties manifesto suits the people of Toro. Nandala Mafabi, who Alhasong, is mostly on socio-economic transformation currently. People are having money in the next government. Same applies to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Kyagulanyi is talking of a new Uganda. We don't know how it will be or how it will look like. I want to send it to Mr. Ajuna Daka. Just in a few minutes, we get time to analyze these manifestos. And we see which manifesto suits the people of Toro and why.
I think the best manifesto is that one of FDC. Fixing the economy. We want to fix this economy. Turole ngu buli muntu wena yayenjoyinga ihangalye, yayenjoyinga swetie. Teneko. Omuntu yakora kandi amanige gabarwa. Kandi yehamwe kyasemiriye kutunga. Kandi kyaraba hiremu government ekyarabe musoroizeho yegireki yamukora. Bitegirize. Nabweki ekigendera kitu nka mukaruru kandi ekitoro muno ekitukoraganiza abantu kirintu etaga kuterekereza ki ebyentasha byabo ebyentasha bihanga. Ego myaka 40 inyuma we had a problem of insecurity. Omukugu mu bya security Mr. Museveni yizire yabiterekereza.
You also believe he's an expert in terms of security?
Yes. That's correct. Beitu economically ihanga ligwire ugukagwa kaika mungu mitano. So nabweki mu kwatagana n'ebyentasha Honorable Nandala is number 1. Kandi kimanyirwa munsi yona akusanga aliyo abantu abakora mu World Bank, ariyo muhaba consultants mu IMF, International Monetary Fund. So nahabweki okiraba nkyetagisa kuterekereza ebyentasha yitu. Ebyentasha necha kubikoraho. Tonge tugaruka hakurwanisa obusuma, kurwanisa enguzi. Nandala ariyo muhabebe mbezi abali on record kusanga barwaine muno kora banagisa ebintu bya government obwakabalop tenakwe obyabere chairman wa park nosanga ngo akakora kyamane muno kura yanagisa abamu abakwiba ebintu bya government kandi abamu bajunani wako batwara n'unkote. So nahabweki obuchuka habyentasha ihanga obuchuka habyentasha yawe nko muntu wa bulikiro nitekereza nku nandala niwasemerira wakusanga aine experience yake kandi manifesto yetu neyoleka ne kuoleka nko kwiwe oraba mu money economy iwe nko muntu wa hansi omuntu wa hansi omulimi omuntu wa hansi wa boda omuntu wa kitekeize ne kubalizaho gamba ntukusobora nko kutugenda kutekara gamba ngo omutwaro gumu nugura kilo 8 rundi kili 10 za sukari tuta kukendeze musoro.
Before we go there, you are praising your presidential candidate Nathan Ananda Mafavi for fighting corruption. But we saw him one day being put in the corner for selling a political party to the junta. Don't you think he has no moral soul to talk about corruption in this country?
I think that was an allegation. And to the best of my knowledge, actually, when the person who said it is Dr. Kiza Besigye. He said it when I was there. You see, in 2023, that's when that came up. Okay? In 2023, I was a National Council member representing Toro sub-region in the National Council of the FDC. I was part of that meeting, and he tried to answer a question about his involvement in the 2021 general elections. The people were complaining, Amuriat always supported you during the time when you were contesting. But when it came to his time, you did not support him. Actually, he did not support him, but he supported me. You remember he came here, we had a rally, we had an online rally in my compound, and actually Fort TV covered it. I saw Fort TV on that rally. Now, to answer that, he said somebody, his friend from the state, from State House, informed him that the money that was used in the 2021 presidential campaign of the FDC was from
the State House.
It was a very serious allegation, and actually we resolved in that meeting that an investigation be done. As a committee was set, elders committee was established. It was led by the late professor, I keep forgetting his name, from Jinja there. I will tell you his name. And together with several other elders, they summoned everybody to bring his evidence. They called Amuriat to come and explain himself. They called the Treasurer General. They called the and then, but when it came to Dr. Besigye, he did not come to testify. That is the truth. He did not come to testify. And when another special sitting of the National Council was convened to come and listen to both sides, Dr. Besigye did not appear, meaning that it has always remained as a rumor because it was not substantiated.
Don't you think he was right because as a party at that time, I remember very well, we did not show the Ugandans your source of funding at that time. Don't you think Ugandans were ready to take up that allegation?
You see, for those that have actively participated in elections, know that we sacrifice a lot. Sometimes we close our businesses to fund party activities. We close our businesses to get money to fund our candidates, to help our candidates run the campaign, publish the posters and radio programs. A campaign is very expensive. But for those that are always on the road waving one Uganda, one people, they don't know the real pinch of an election. Okay? So now, when we prepare, people may say, now we don't have money. So we have got money from government. When we don't have money, they complain. Okay? But we struggle as opposition, specifically as FDC. Like now, you have seen, how many times have you had me on radio? Very few times, because we don't have money to hire. Sometimes whenever we go for a radio program, others, they charge them 500, but because you are FDC, they want to file you, they charge you 1 million, okay? So now, it is quite unfortunate that for someone to prepare for an election, then you fault him because he has prepared for an election.
Two, President Museveni, when he was in Usoga, he said, Nana Ramafavi, Mubaraka Munyagwa, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, they have no moral authority to come and deceive Ugandans. They put a break so that they transform the lives of Ugandans and this country because they've been legislators. Don't you think he was right?
No, that's the spirit of Wangamanyenka.
Dictatorship.
Museveni thinks he's the only person who can contribute to the development of our democracy, and which is very unfortunate. We have equal shares. Everybody has a responsibility to add on to our democracy. So if he thinks he's the only person or his family is the only group that can lead this country, it's very unfortunate.
He had a basis because these people were legislators. Nana Ramafabi, one of the senior legislators in the Ugandan parliament currently, why didn't he apply all these things that he wants to do as a president, so that they sit in alternative government, given that he was a leader of...
Is the problem. Now, we are in an election, right? Where everybody who was duly nominated as a presidential candidate is at liberty or has that freedom to go and sell himself to the voters, right? But what are you seeing? Campaigns are governed by laws, which are good laws, okay? But the application of those laws is selective, you see? Yesterday, not long ago, my brother Chagulanyi was supposed to campaign here in Fort Portal, but he was failed, okay? He was failed. But when Museveni comes, he will be allowed to campaign, okay? So now, the problem is not the laws or parliament fixing this and that. It's the application of those laws.
Okay, we have like 10 minutes, Daka, wrapping up because there's another show coming in. Why would the people of Toro, mostly Central Division, trust you?
First of all, the people of Toro should trust me because I am a very consistent person and I am a very true person. When I say A, I mean A. I don't stand. I'm not always in a lukewarm position. You are not hot. You are not cold. You are like that. I'm a very straightforward person. If it is about fixing our roads, I mean fixing our roads. And I have a formula. fix the roads. If it's fixing our economy, we have the formula. You can see our manifesto. If it's fixing our healthcare, we have the best plan for the country. If it's fixing the agricultural subsector, we have the best plan. And we don't keep shifting goalposts just like other people. And I believe in democracy. I believe in democracy. That's why I belong to Forum for Democratic Change. I run clean campaigns. I don't think you've ever heard me abuse my fellow candidates. I've always stayed true. And why I request the people of Fort Portal to trust me is I am a very obedient person. I will follow what they want to do. I will follow what they expect. I will try to fulfill their aspirations as the people of Fort Portal. Because now a member of parliament is supposed to be a representative of the people. I promised people that if they vote for me, I will always have monthly consultative meetings with the voters to come and tell them what we have discussed in parliament, take their views, okay, and even tell them about government programs, organize them to work, okay, and organize them to have, at least to have opportunities. You see, we usually have very many government programs, but those programs don't benefit intended. We want to have whereby people should feel they own the leader, not the leader owning the people. You see, where we are in a situation where leaders are taken as bosses, okay, and yet the voters are the bosses because you pay the taxes. From those taxes, those bosses get salaries. You give them money to run their health care. You see, our people suffer because they cannot afford, whereby leaders are subordinate to the people, whereby people are the bosses. In my subsequent rallies, I tell people that we shall have a leadership of, you know, a vehicle, a car. A leader is supposed to be a car, okay? The voters are supposed to be the drivers. But in the situation we are in now, the bosses are the car. So the bosses are the vehicle now. The voters are the vehicle, meaning that leaders tell voters what to do. Okay? And yet it is supposed to be voters telling their leaders what to do. If they want to fix Buhinga Hospital, if they want to have medicine in Buhinga Hospital, voters are supposed to tell the leaders, okay? But voters are actually disconnected from the leaders. There is no table where they sit to discuss, because the leaders have chosen to distance themselves from the voters.
In the last elections, Daka, you were among the people who alleged that you were rigged, and most of your supporters, that is what up to now, say. How prepared are you how prepared are you this time that you want to be rigged like last time?
It is true that the outcome of the last election was tampered with. And in preparation to avoid the same, we have done so very many things, including empowering our people to own the election. You see, I have only one vote. But when we lose an election through bribery, through malpractices, all the voters suffer. Now we are trying to empower people to own the election. We are empowering people to learn how to fight for their win. Okay? And we are training people because very many things have been done and we have learned a lot. We are trying to tell them, we are trying to tell our people how they steal an election because we have known, we know now. And I believe this time we are going to win without being robbed. I want to assure the people of Fort Portal that on 15th of January, just turn up in big numbers, come and vote. Come and vote and don't leave the station after voting. We want to have 15th of January as a public holiday. You sacrifice one day, let's change Fort Portal.
You are more than 4 people in this race. Actually, more than more than you are 7 candidates now.
Candidates.
One pulled out of the race, the Noob candidate, that is Waguma Joseph. Don't you think you are giving the incumbent an advantage, given that you are many?
No. You see, this election is two-sided. Okay, we have 2 sides. There is that side of the oppressors and the side of the oppressed. Amongst all the candidates you've talked about, they have their sides. Those that are with yellow or who are attached to NRM, they are part of the oppressors. Okay? Those that are in blue and red, they are the oppressed. The people of Uganda are oppressed. They want change. They know where to cast their vote.
Okay, thank you very much. Just in 1 minute, Daka, maybe in your last words, we call it a show this morning.
Yeah, I want to thank the management of 4TV for giving us yet another opportunity to come and share our views. And to you, the viewers out there, I thank you so much for the support that you've always given to me, specifically me, Omwana wanyu, Ajuna Daka. I request that that spirit, Rukundo Egumeho, we really have to win this election. I encourage all of you guys not only to support, but on 15th of January, come out and vote. We want to conclude this election by 10 in the morning, so that everybody is deployed into vote protection.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you. I wish you all the best. I'll be coming back with the team from Resolve Front for Peace and Justice, and we shall be going to some minutes past 10 as we look at the electoral processes and how we should keep peace during the election period. I wish you a very good morning.